With us is Rabbi Dr. Jonathan Romaine, who campaigns in favour of assisted suicide, and Dr. Peter Saunders, who says that a change in the current law would pressure vulnerable people to end their lives. Good morning to both of you. You both watched it, didn't you, last night? And I suppose, Peter, first, considering you were against the idea as a whole, what did you make of it? And did you see that, in a sense, it did touch a nerve with people?
Well, it was very emotive and very good television, but as a doctor who's looked after lots of dying patients, I felt it also gave credence to a number of myths about the dying process. That people with cancer want to die, that they almost invariably don't. They want good care and support. That cancer pain can't be controlled. It almost invariably can. That effective cancer pain means that people end up confused and losing their identity. They don't. And perhaps most worryingly at all, the idea that people who are sick or disabled somehow feel their lives are not worth living. And I think what was quite incongruous about the whole programme last night is that we have Hayley right at the end of her life, on the day before she's going to die. Virtually nobody knows this. She's having cups of tea, she's hugging her surrogate grandchildren, she's dispensing relationship advice to people, she's enjoying intimate moments with her husband and so on, and then she goes and ends her life, and it's just not the picture of suicidal people who generally feel alone in the world, that nobody loves them, that they're a burden on others, and that somehow their deaths are going to relieve a burden to others. So it was good television, but it was, I'm afraid, parts of it were just really pure fantasy, and I think in a way quite
let the rabbi
dangerous.
come in here. Yeah, just to say that, I mean, this wasn't, I mean, the storyline wasn't about assisted suicide because Roy had nothing to do with it. It was about a personal choice about when to choose to die. And I suppose in a world of cancer where you have no control, some people might feel that this is the moment they can wrestle some control back.
Yes, you're absolutely right. It wasn't assisted. It was assisted dying, not suicide, because she wasn't at all depressed. And I think it showed exactly.
It wasn't assisted.
No.
It showed exactly why, both for positive reasons and negative, why the law should be changed. Partly because she was someone who was terminally ill, her life was coming to an end, she wanted to die, she had full mental capacity, and she was in great pain. So, and there are a lot of real-life Hayley Croppers. But the important thing was, and this is the negative side, she was very lucky. She had exactly the right potion. There's a lot of, it was a DIY job. There's a lot of people who might have got the wrong potion, and it might have gone horribly wrong. And that's why we need the law to be changed, to give people who want the option, not who have to, but who want that option. I mean, many people want to continue to the last moment.
But briefly, Jonathan, it may not have been assisted, but in this storyline, Roy is left picking up the pieces, isn't he? And he didn't want her to make that decision. He didn't want her to end her life.
No, and that was what was great about it. It showed how people move emotionally at different paces. But that means that the people who are going to go down this route, if it's legalised, which I hope it will be, just have to do a lot of talking, a lot of counselling, involve the family. And ultimately, he did accept her decision. He just didn't want it quite yet. And as I'm saying this for religious reasons, as a minister of religion who goes around hospital wards, because I've seen so many people die in agony, and also their relatives, look on helplessly. And I think there's nothing sacred about agony. There's nothing holy about suffering.
No, thank you both. You've made some really, really interesting points, and I suppose it's just highlighted why the storyline became so important and made the front page of the papers. And if you or a family member have been affected by Hayley's storyline, then the Samaritans and Macmillan Cancer Support contact details can be found on our website.